What's up everybody, krcgaming here. A user requested a guide on how to build E.T.C for best leveling, especially when playing versus the AI using this tactic. Now as usual, when building for pure leveling versus the AI to level as fast as you possibly can in the game, you build in another way that you would normally do when playing Quick Match, Team League or Hero League, so I do not necessarily recommend this build for competitive play, but when playing for most XP in the shortest amount of time, this build will really help. So without further ado, let's jump right into the leveling build.
Don't have to tell me twice. Turned up to 11.
Alright, this build will focus on E.T.C's E ability, Guitar Solo. The other abilities are also usable, but the E will be your main focus. You want to be picking up the following talents to optimize this build. At level 1 you'll pick up Pawn Shop Guitar. It reduces the mana cost of his E ability significantly, and you are pretty much going to be using E on cooldown, so this is a really good talent. I messed around with Prog Rock as well, but you don't need that much healing and you don't need to be worrying about gathering regeneration gloves as well. So Pawn Shop Guitar will make him very sustainable, because you could pretty much spam E on cooldown. At level 4 I suggest picking up Hammer On. Rockstar, which is E.T.C's trait, as you can see here, gives you attack speed, which is buffed with Hammer On, so you attack more. It also makes your ability cost less mana, which means that you can actually spam more abilities to deal out more damage. At level 7 you'll be picking up Guitar Hero. This will make E.T.C's auto attacks heal him as long as Guitar Solo is active. So with these three talents we picked up from 1, 4 and 7, this is pretty much the base of the build, which will make E.T.C very sustainable and hard to kill if you don't play too reckless. At level 10 you should pretty much pick up Stage Dive. When playing competitive play, the go-to choice would usually be Mosh Pit because it really helps in the team fights, but since you're not focusing on team fights here, you'll pick up Stage Dive, which will allow you to kinda teleport to anywhere on the map where you might be needed to clear a lane. When you have Stage Dive, you can reposition at any given time as long as it's off cooldown. I usually use it to port back after I cleared one lane. I port back to the base to get full health and mana if I need it, and then Stage Dive right back into another lane to clear that. It's really helpful getting around the map quickly. And you can especially compensate for bad positioning if you're playing with AI teammates on your team. At level 13, I usually go with Showstopper. It will make E.T.C take less damage for 4 seconds after using his power slide. And the way I usually use this is that you power slide in to minions or towers and soak up some shots. But since you're taking reduced damage, it won't hurt you so much, and your healing from your E ability should more than compensate for this. This will make you deplete tower shots especially faster, which is good. You could also go with groupies, but I won't really recommend it because you can't really rely on if you're playing with AI teammates. If you're playing with a lot of friends to level faster, you might go groupies so you can push towers or forts or keeps or even the core more because you'll be healing everybody. But usually Showstopper is the way to go. At level 16 there's no choice really but to go Echo Pedal. This really makes E.T.C start to clear lanes a lot faster, which is needed. When you pick up Echo Pedal, you should stop using Face Melt too much because you don't want to knock them too far away, because Echo Pedal does this AoE around him to clear them. So just use your other abilities and try and stay as close to as many minions or buildings as possible. At level 20, which you will probably never get to because you're ending the game faster, there's pretty much not a go-to choice at all, but you could go with Crowd Pleaser if you kind of want some bigger AoE, but the reduced cooldown will rarely work too much. You'll be ending the game very soon, so that pretty much won't come into effect. You could also go with Bolt of the Storm if you want a little bit more mobility. These two talents don't really matter much because they're centered towards team fights, and you don't really team fight when you're playing versus the AI to level fast. But I think I'd recommend Storm Shield, because it'll make you again better at pushing into damage, like into tower range or into the core, and it will even help your allies as well. Remember that you can both use your power slide to get into a fight, but also to slip away from a fight if you're taking damage. I usually keep E.T.C in range of the towers a bit longer than I should if it was competitive play, just to soak out more of their shots so my minion will survive longer. And powerslide is really good for getting out of the shots once you've timed it so you won't die. Because dying will waste your time, you don't want to die, that's for sure. Other than that, as I mentioned, stage dive is really strong to get around the map when you want to reposition after maybe clearing a lane, or if you want to help take down an objective, or after you've taken down an objective. But that's pretty much it. There's nothing left to say than just rock on and try and turn it up to 11. This has been krcgaming, and thanks for listening and watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to request, as the user who requested this video did, leave it in the comments. And you can pretty much request anything HUD related, but also at the moment I'm playing a lot of Overwatch, so you can request stuff from there as well. If you want fast access to the content here, please subscribe, it'll help me a lot as well to have more time to do these videos. And until next time, please remember to stay positive and keep on practicing. Yeah, metal!